Hello everyone, and welcome to this Territorialio video on the state of the game. Today we're going to be watching an 124 player contest I played the other day on World, but mainly we're going to be talking about the state of Territorialio. I'm spawning over here in Australia in just a second, and we're going to be talking about kind of what's going on with the game, some things to think about as we watch this game. We're going to be doing kind of two things, because this game in many ways on the new update balance relates to kind of what's been going on, and there's some interesting intersections. So I don't know how you all are feeling about the state of Territorialio, but there is just so much garbage going on. Like, for me, I'm at the point where I'm like kind of tired, but over the past few days, I've been angry, I've been sad, I've been disappointed because like all these changes we've had the 2-team contests and stuff, and so in this game we're just going to be going through some different things. We're playing some Void players. There's some pretty good Void players. We see Swarm there. I think we have Risseltic right here. But yeah, over the past couple of days, like all these changes, we had the issues with 2-team competitions. We have this new update where there's now a bug that you just full send out the ultimate opening. There's people who've been stuck in games. Even the peace vote has like issues. And we have this new changed balance that like, oh my god, there's so much cursed stuff. And I don't even know what to say about it at this point. Like, for me, how I'm feeling is like, I've spent like the past 2 months making a ton of Territorialio content. And I've been really invested in the game, as you see these tiny freaking boats. These tiny freaking boats, goddamn with the boats. So I've spent the past 2 months making videos, and I'm already a territorial veteran. Like, I've played for pretty much 2 years, and just all these changes, how I feel about them, is I feel like they're all just like punches to the gut as we see some black supremacy on the map that I gotta deal with, going down to take out IKEA. Not that kind of dynamic gameplay. So I take this, and I think I'm doing some border management before I go in this way, just seeing kind of the writing on the wall with dumb 6-7-5 player. But, like, as we're kind of melding this type of things, like, how all these changes feel is, like, essentially with the game, it just feels like a freaking punch to the gut. Because there's so many people that have been so invested in the game, and just to have, like, something random happen, and, like, the game basically becomes unplayable. Like, there have been people, for context, and this game is actually an example of it, who've been stuck in games for, like, a half hour. I've even heard of an hour, because they don't know about the peace vote. And like all the bugs in the menus, I've even seen things like last night playing of like weird things in the menu like showing up. I've heard of people not being able to like even vote for peace. There's all this weird stuff. Like, I can't think of another game. Like, can anyone think of another game as I'm going and taking Antarctica? Logic, blah, 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 blah. We know the drill here, right? You know the drill. I could apparently do okay in Territorial. Like, can anyone think of any other game with, like, this many bugged updates and this committed of a user base? Like, but what happens with all these freaking bugged updates with the messed up boats that no one can see? Like, what even is that, bro? That's, like, so dumb. Like, it just is, like, incredibly demotivating. It's just, like, feeling like, what is even going on? Like, it's, like, people are so, like, there's so many people who've been invested in the game that, like, that just something changes randomly, and it's, like, it doesn't even seem viable anymore. And it just feels so frustrating. And I think we're getting to kind of the part of the video where we have to talk about the developer, David, and just a little bit on kind of my take on it. Whenever I've talked with David, he seems really rational and nice. But I'm starting to like run out of like giving him benefit of the doubt as I'm taking over more of Antarctica. Like, because all these updates, they just seem so messed up. Like, what, we can't see boats? Like, why at this point in the game are you at it like messing with boats and balances and making it so you just full send and you can just win now? Like, what the fuck, bro? Why don't you just do something normal, like add rotating maps or add custom game modes or like custom lobbies, or even do some of these things about like being able to spectate players. Like, and it's so interesting because a week ago, like David was doing pretty good with stuff. You see me down here, I'm recognizing the black threat in kind of this dynamic with Void. Just knowing that Void does a pretty good job with coordination, I know I need to go for them, and that's probably what you're going to see next here. Not sure where I'm going. I think I got a boat taken out, so I'm sending another mini boat. But like, back to kind of the state of the game as we're trying to do both these things at the same time. I hope this isn't too disorienting. Like, I think David's got some serious freaking issues. And so, like, my philosophy is kind of like the saying, you get more flies, not that we're capturing flies, but Territorialio is full of shit right now. You get more flies with honey rather than vinegar. That like, I really want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm kind of running out of it because I don't understand like why he's doing all this crazy shit of updating boats when there's like tons of other stuff that he could do way better. Like if this was a game of Territorialio and David's playing, he's like this guy who's just like, instead of going for Void Resultic right here, the main threat, he's like, I'm going to boat over here to Patagonia this in Portuguese and got this. And it's like, you'd say to him, it's like, why are you doing that, David? That makes no sense. I'm going to do it. Like all these weird changes as we see Retsulk getting some donations and stuff. He's a pretty good player, so you all know from what I've seen from results. Void teams typically get a lot of support, but listen, results are good as we see a boat coming in here that I can't stop. Oh my god, the boats. But like the state of the game, and this is part of one of the messed up things, every attack, it takes one row. Like, what the hell is this? This should not be happening. That is not like a legit balance as Retsulk takes that out. The state of the game, it's just so worrying because how I see it is I just think David is kind of just destroying everything progressively. Like, he just kind of has all these random things that he makes these random changes that seems to be like what no one wants in this kind of weird game. I don't even know what to say about this game, bro. I don't even know what to say. He makes all these random changes that just like upset everyone. And it's like almost like I don't want to use the word traumatizing. It's just like fucked up every damn time because it's wasting people's time. No one wants to be messing with bugged menus. No one wants to be stuck in the game for freaking hours. I don't think boats were perfect before, but it's so painfully obvious no one can see these tiny boats. And it's kind of messing up these cool dynamics as Swarm gets over here and takes out this stupid bot that did nothing. Not that that really matters. But like this game is part of it too, because for me, how Territorial has started feeling, and maybe it's a good time I'm taking a break from this. Like maybe it's good that I'm kind of stepping away right now, because just all this nonsense, like I don't want to deal with it. Like in this game, if I had to deal with any stuff with boats, I have no confidence I can block them. Because I legitimately can't see them because they're too small and it's so obvious that's the case. And all this with like the state of the game, like it's so obvious why people are leaving. Anyone who's a veteran or has played, you just get demotivated by seeing bugged change after bug change after bug change from a developer who seems to have no interest in quality control. Like, can he not even check stuff in his game? Like, I don't know. And look, David, if you actually watch this, I really want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you're freaking like losing everyone with just these continual insanity, continual insanity of all these type of weird changes as we see what probably should be a stalemate game that could go to like forever, bro. But I'm cleaning up some of the other places on the map as I think what's going on, and I think CUP. I think I might even know this dude, but I'm not even sure. So I'm going for Dawn. Swarm's going for this guy. People are getting cleaned up. And yeah, essentially what I'm saying is like, people just can't keep dealing with all these like bullshit changes that ruin games. Like the 2-team game thing, if y'all don't know, like half of contests were changed to 2-team games. Everyone hates 2-team games. And it's so obvious, like that ruined like a week of gameplay. And contests are like one of the best parts of like Territorial if you're looking for some good competition. And really with all this, I'm just really concerned about Territorial. I don't think I'm saying anything new. Like a really good video that captures a lot of people's feelings is Lumi's video, and it talks about some of the stuff with Better TT as I start to go for the CUP guy, thinking like this is the time, and Retsulk starts to push back. But yeah, like I don't even know at this point. Like I'm really concerned about the direction, and I'm not sure what there is to really do, because it seems like the creator, like I know there's probably things on his end. Maybe he's thinking about something with game performance. I don't really know that, like he knows that we all don't know, but he doesn't communicate it. He doesn't update the changelog. He doesn't have any quality control with his updates, that he's just ruining the game. And all these type of messed up updates alienates one more person And I'm kind of in that boat that, like, with me taking a break from Territorial, I don't really want to play anymore. I don't really want to play on this balance. And you can also think, in May, he messed up the boats before. He made them, like, impossible. So with all this, I think what I'd say about the state of the game is it's really worrisome. David is kind of like playing this endgame in Territorialio where he's had a solid beginning. He's done a lot of good things. Like, David has some things that he deserves credit for. He's done replays. He's done moving, like, these changing boats. You know, a lot of these stats we've seen about, like, clan contributions are really cool. Like, just a week ago, he was doing pretty good. But then he seems to have, like, this twisted turn that he does something that's, like, crazy that basically upsets everyone. And I think this is why you see declining numbers. And if you've seen the numbers recently, people being trapped in games does not count as a real increase in play amount. That does not count. So, I mean, if I was to think about, like, what we need to improve, and I don't know if David would even think about this, like, could he just not do, like, form, like, just get a few trusted people who, like, know about the game that can provide feedback on what's going on instead of just having all this, like, nonsense, because no one wants to deal with it. And there's so many people that are frustrated. There's so many people that are upset. And in my case, I'm just not going to play. Like, I'm legitimately not going to play on this balance. And it makes me so upset because I have legitimately spent, like, 2 months making content in a game I love. And it's horrible to see it destroyed by someone who can't even think about stuff. And this is the point. This is part of this game. This guy's calling for stalemate or peace. We can't do it on this balance. You know, it might have been sort of fixed. I don't really know. I think there's still issues with it because what's happening is bot activity. Like, I wanted to peace here. Like, I was telling this guy, let's peace. Like, I even think I said, like, why don't we do stalemate? Let's split the points. Let's just split the points. Let's call it good. Let's call it a day. That'll be nice. As we see Swarm leaving the game. But we can't because it looks like bot activity is messing it up. I think this was a game before I can't remember if the peace vote was added this game or no one knew about it because there's no tutorial, and legitimately who's going to look in the bottom left right next to quit game. So what I think we really need to see going forward, I'm cool with change, but just unpolished bullshit seems like a waste of time as I've somehow won this game. You're probably thinking, like, what the hell happened here, bro? I don't know either. Listen, a lot of stuff isn't making sense of Territorial right now. Just go with it. Just go with it. This isn't one of the super elite games that we might have seen in other cases. But we just gotta have this stuff stop. Like, if Territorialio is gonna continue, and I think there's a bunch of life we could find in Territorial. Like, I totally see it, but David can't just keep on ruining, like, weeks of gameplay and messing everyone up. And listen, I made a channel. I don't know why I did the face move. I think I messed up there. Really, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to kill him. I have to kill this guy. I just want a peace. It's like a sign of respect because we're not getting a peace vote because of how the balance works. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. You can't say that to signal it. Just some random bot attacking like this. Always taking a row. Like, watch this. Watch this. It's going to take a row. Is it going to take a row? It takes a row. That's great. That's great. And we can't do peace. So what I think going forward is David needs to freaking stop doing these insane changes. He needs to, like, listen to people. Like, David, if you watch this, David, just, like, come and chat with me for, like, 5 minutes and let's talk about a few good things you can do with the game. Like, I'd love to help. Like, listen, if anyone's gotten this far in the video, like, that, I don't even know. We can't, like, email him. He might not even listen. Like, and he seems rational. As CUP War knows, he's got to die because there's no other option. I can't clean up every bot on the map. I don't know about peace vote at this point. You see that. I send out my, that's kind of my, I think it's the pleading face, but it's my face of, like, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do because I can't do anything. But David really needs to just, like, I don't know, stop with this nonsense. Stop, like, why are you changing fundamental game mechanics at this point in time and literally just take some of the basic advice from the community members who've stayed and do things like a rotating map that'll make people interested. Here's another idea. Do achievements. Do achievements for winning a contest. Do achievements for doing something in single player. That's a great way to add this type of permanent account system. We do not need these weird balance changes that full sending, the Osmanli opening is now like the best opening in the game. Like, the game is pretty much dying because There's no realistic interest as we finally get peace vote, bro. Do I even see it? I probably missed it because I don't even like understand what's going on, bro. We just need like sanity, and I don't think more people can take this because I've spent so much time in Territorial. I've invested so much, and just to see that everything gets wrecked because this dude is doing God knows what, and maybe he has some ideas, but he's ruining the game with all this improper updates, this stupid bullshit, and he needs to fucking stop. Like, he needs to fucking stop. So, in sum, I'm really worried about the state of Territorialio. I'm pretty much not going to be playing on this balance. And I think, David, unfortunately, as much of a benefit of doubt I want to give you, you're ruining the game, man. And please stop. Thanks, everyone, for watching.